Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
Furniture giant shuts down manufacturing facilities after ransomware attack. One of the largest U.S. furniture companies, Bassett Furniture Industries, shut down its manufacturing facilities following a ransomware attack discovered on July 10th. The attack encrypted data files, prompting Bassett to activate its incident response plan and shut down some IT systems. While retail stores and e-commerce remain operational, order fulfillment is impacted. The company acknowledged the attack's material impact on business operations until recovery is complete. The incident coincided with a 17% revenue drop reported for Q2 2024. No ransomware group has claimed responsibility yet. MNGI Digestive Health data breach impacts 765,000 individuals. Twin Cities-based gastroenterology group MNGI Digestive Health disclosed a data breach affecting 765,937 individuals. The August 2023 cyberattack, potentially linked to the ALPH-V Black Cat ransomware group, compromised personal and medical information, including social security numbers, health records, and financial data. Despite the breach occurring nearly a year ago, MNGI only recently completed its investigation and began notifying victims. The healthcare provider is offering free credit monitoring services and has not observed any evidence of data misuse. Over 400,000 Life360 user phone numbers leaked via Unsecured API. A flaw in Life360's login API led to the leak of personal information of 442,519 users, including email addresses, names, and phone numbers. This flaw allowed for easy verification of user data and has since been fixed. The breach occurred in March 2024, though Life360 did not comment on the claims. On Thursday, Life360 disclosed an extortion attempt after attackers breached a Tile customer support platform and stole information such as names, home addresses, phone numbers, and device IDs. Tile, a Bluetooth tracking service provider, was acquired by Life360 in December 2021. Yacht giant MarineMax data breach impacts over 123,000 people. The world's largest yacht retailer, MarineMax, notified over 123,000 individuals of a data breach caused by the Reseda ransomware gang in March. The attackers accessed MarineMax's network from March 1 to 10th, stealing personal data despite initial claims that no sensitive information was compromised. The breach affected a limited number of systems, and the attackers have since leaked a 225 gigabytes archive of stolen data, including financial documents and personal identifiers. MarineMax's breach follows other high-profile attacks by Reseda, who have targeted various sectors, including healthcare and the gaming industry. Anime figurine maker exposes North American customer names, home addresses. Japanese maker of anime and gaming figurines Good Smile Company exposed sensitive information of over 270,000 North American customers through a misconfigured AWS S3 bucket. The leak included 1.2 million files, with 156 CSV and 1,058 XLSX files containing full names, email addresses, home addresses, and order details. Despite multiple attempts to alert Good Smile, the data, exposed since at least April 2024, remains unsecured. Researchers advise securing the bucket, updating access controls, and implementing encryption and security best practices. Qilin ransomware's sophisticated tactics unveiled by experts. Security researchers detailed the sophisticated tactics of the Qilin ransomware group, which recently demanded a $50 million ransom from pathology services provider Synovis in an attack that affected key hospitals in London earlier this month. Since evolving ransomware variants, the group has targeted over 150 organizations in 25 countries. Group IB researchers revealed that Qilin exploits vulnerabilities in Fortinet and Veeam software, uses tools like Mimikatz for privilege escalation, and employs PowerShell for defense evasion. They also disable security tools and encrypt data using AES-256CTR and Cha-Cha-20. Ivanti Endpoint Manager Flaw let hackers gain full control EPM server. Ivanti issued a critical security advisory for its Endpoint Manager product, addressing a significant SQL injection vulnerability, CVE 2024-37381, that could allow remote code execution. The flaw affects EPM 2024.1 and earlier versions, enabling authenticated attackers on the same network to execute arbitrary code and potentially gain full control of the EPM server. Ivanti released EPM 2024.1 Hotfix 1 to fix this issue. While no exploits have been reported yet, Ivanti urges customers to apply the patch immediately and restrict web console access to trusted users and networks as a temporary measure. Atlassian data center and server flaw let hackers execute arbitrary code. Atlassian's data center and server products face critical security risks due to multiple high-severity vulnerabilities, including a file inclusion flaw with a CVSS score of 8.1. Affecting popular tools like Confluence, Jira, and Bitbucket, these bugs could allow attackers to execute arbitrary code on compromised systems. Discovered through bug bounty programs and security scans, the flaws range from stored XSS to denial of service attacks. Atlassian released patches and urged immediate upgrades to the latest versions. IT teams should prioritize updates, review configurations, and monitor systems for suspicious activity. Chrome 126 updates patch high-severity vulnerabilities. Google's latest Chrome 126 release tackles critical security vulnerabilities, addressing 10 bugs, including 8 high-severity issues reported by external researchers. Despite ongoing efforts to enhance memory safety, most flaws involve memory-related problems that could potentially lead to sandbox escapes and remote code execution. The update fixes vulnerabilities in V8, screen capture, media stream, audio, navigation, and DevTools components. Google awarded over $32,000 in bug bounties, with individual payouts ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. While no in-the-wild exploits were reported, users are strongly advised to update their browsers promptly to versions 126.0.64, 78.1, or 183 for Windows and Mac OS, 126.0.64, 78.1, for Linux, and 126.0.64, 78.1, for Android. Oracle patches 240 vulnerabilities with July 2024 CPU. Oracle's July 2024 Critical Patch Update addresses approximately 240 unique vulnerabilities with 386 new security patches, including over 260 fixes for unauthenticated, remotely exploitable flaws. Oracle Communications received the most patches, followed by financial services applications and Fusion middleware. Critical updates were also released for MySQL, Analytics, and various other Oracle products. The company emphasizes the urgency of applying these patches promptly, noting past instances where attackers successfully exploited known vulnerabilities in unpatched systems. Cisco SSM On-Prem bug lets hackers change any user's password. Cisco addressed a critical vulnerability CVE 2024-2041-9 in its Smart Software Manager On-Prem and earlier Smart Software Manager satellite installations. This flaw allows unauthenticated remote attackers to change any user's password, including administrators, due to improper implementation of the password change process. Affecting versions prior to 8/2022-12, the bug poses a significant risk to license management servers. Cisco urges immediate upgrades as no workarounds exist. While no exploitation has been detected, this follows recent zero-day patches for NXOS and FTD firewalls. Sensitive data sharing risks heightened as GenAI surges. A Netscope study reveals that 96% of organizations now use generative AI applications, significantly increasing the risk of sharing sensitive data. Proprietary source code accounts for 46% of data policy violations with GenAI, while regulated data makes up 35% and intellectual property 15%. Cloud storage and collaboration apps are sources for 84% of this shared data, with OneDrive, Google Drive, and SharePoint leading. GenAI app adoption has surged, with ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Microsoft Copilot being the most popular. Security measures, like data loss prevention controls, have risen to 42% in 2024, with many organizations blocking specific GenAI apps to mitigate data risks. Ransomware recovery in energy, water sectors hits $3 million, quadrupling in 1 year. The median ransomware recovery cost for the energy and water sectors has surged to $3 million in 2024, quadrupling in 1 year. These sectors face ransomware recovery costs 4 times higher than the global median, with median ransom payments exceeding $2.5 million. Nearly half of ransomware attacks in these sectors exploit vulnerabilities, with 67% of organizations reporting attacks. Recovery within a week dropped to 20%, and over half took more than a month. Sophos emphasizes the need for proactive vulnerability monitoring and comprehensive incident response planning to mitigate these escalating threats. Unseen levels of cyberattacks. Organizations targeted 10 times an hour. Cyberattacks surged to unprecedented levels in Q2 2024, with organizations facing an average of 1,636 attacks weekly, translating to 10 attacks per hour. This represents a 25% increase from the previous quarter and is 30% higher than last year, according to Checkpoint Research. The education and research sector was hardest hit, with 3,341 attacks per week, followed by government and military sectors. Africa experienced the highest number of weekly attacks, while North America, although having the lowest attempts, suffered most from ransomware, with 58% of public extortion cases. Inside Q2 2024's ransomware surge, strategies and geopolitical impact. The ransomware landscape in Q2 2024 saw a 20% rise in organizations affected, with May experiencing a significant surge driven by groups like Lockbit. New players Ransom Hub and Blacksuit filled the void left by defunct groups, introducing innovative tactics such as upfront payments to affiliates. Attacks remained concentrated in Western countries, particularly targeting the professional, scientific, and technical services sectors. Emerging trends included increased exploitation of exposed credentials, social engineering tactics, and a shift towards single extortion campaigns. Analysts project continued innovation in ransomware strategies.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.